Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When we last left off, Sholmes and Mikotaba, we had ourselves quite the lovely dance. And also, did some investigations and stuff. And we figured out that Jochigoko was hiding in the fucking trunk of his cabin for some reason. And also some shady shit's been going down, so yeah. We need to get to the bottom of this, I think. So really, it's a good thing that we helped. We did unlock the trunk because I'm pretty sure Jochigoko might have fucking suffocated in there if we left him in much longer. Also, this game has these games have a recurring trend of people hiding in places, inside of like boxes or wardrobes or the like. I mean, this isn't the first time we found a suspicious fellow hiding in a box, now isn't it? Howdy. Also, yeah, I can see you were barely fitting in there. But hey, how's it going? How about them Cowboys? Now, this will be a thumbnail on its own, or hell, I could say like an album cover or something. Well, Eugen, you found me now. Shishiro. Oh, they're nice buttons you got there, pal. They're like the little judgy things. Or no, they look more like attorney badges. The main line of attorney badges, kind of. I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know. But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it. No, quite. I just wish it was some other way. Well, are you ever going to introduce me? Ah, your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits. Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoko, my old friend and traveling companion. Ah, the devil is in the details, Mikotaba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour. Oh, damn, that's a little judgmental, don't you think, Sholmes? Wait, are you talking about, like, when he left Japan, when he left, wait, are you talking about England or Japan? Wait, yeah. I assume he's referring to when he left to go back to Japan after the professor business went down, because it sounds like they're referring to old history here. I see. My reputation precedes me. As well. What an honor. Well, Shiro, are you going to explain all this? Because I gotta say, old friend, you look quite sus right now. You know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life, here on this very ship. By the Reaper of the Bailey. Yes, I've since heard. Okay, so there was an assassination that went down here. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you. And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find, the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. Oh, you mean you're talking about now, the here and now, you were trying to flee, you were trying to make it back to Japan because you were worried about being assassinated again. Okay, so that's what Sholmes was referring to. Okay, I just wanted to clarify. There's so much, drama and like intrigue and past incidents that have been going on that I can't always be for sure. Let's see. It became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again. So you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it. I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you. Yeah, I'm your pal, Jigoku, you know? Come on. I assume this is Sholmes. It's somewhat surprising, I must say. What is? Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available. So says the protagonist of some colourful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available. So I purchased a ticket, and here I am. I mean, yeah, that's how purchasing things work, you know? You buy them, and then you have them, you know? Also, I don't know, I feel like Jigoku might end up beating up Sholmes, you know? Yeah. I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. I mean, if you're going to be questioning about how people got cabins, why not ask how, you know, Mikoto got his cabin? I mean, they're both pretty wealthy guys, it seems. So you'd already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had you? To prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it? Eugen, I have nothing to say to you. Well, in a mere 5 minutes, this ship will not set off on its onward voyage, and not make port until late. I can't fucking read all of a sudden. I'm afraid we must insist that you would disembark with us at once. You have no jurisdiction over my movements. We have this, Shishiro. Take it. Oh yeah, I mean, the police are looking for him currently. What is it? It's a subpoena. Subpoena. That's the word. Fuck. It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. You're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be. Oh God! Don't look at me like that. Wait, how did they get the fucking subpoena while they were, you know, getting on the ship? I mean, did they like? It's not like it could travel from the courtroom to them, unless they just, again, I guess they just came prepared. You came prepared then, Eugen. Come on, let's go. One moment. What is it, Sholmes? Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk. I found this rather fascinating trinket. What is that? Shishiro. I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea. The look on his face, I think he generally doesn't know. Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in France. A small component has been entered into the court record. Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you and your assistant. I mean, did we do that? Did that all happen like in 30 minutes or less, I wonder? But hey, I guess we're back. We're back. Cosma Asogi, I know you, and I know you would lie. But still, there's no doubt that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying. Oh God, again. During the past 30 minutes, while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. How would I kill... how did Van Zinks kill him when he's been here the whole damn time? Riddle me that. Like, what other agents did it, you know? Especially considering Asa Shin is fucking dead, you know? There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict of the... yeah, me, I object. No. The trial cannot end now. You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword. And you should know never to presume when the battle is won. The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. And there can only be one conclusion. That the accused is guilty. All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness, from whom the court has yet to hear a single word of testimony. In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, Consul. Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible. The witness is already on his way, and scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Oh yeah, because they did stop in France, didn't they? Who on earth is this crucial witness? Seshiro Chigoko. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper. Judge Chigoko? You found him? But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Chigoko is already dead. Oh, don't stand up on me like that. How in the name of God did you find the man? He was located in France during the recess, at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions. Herlock Sholmes. Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Chigoko on the night of his death, because along with Prosecutor Asogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Which means that Seshiro Chigoko is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st of October. God damn, it's pretty badass to just pull it out of your pocket like that. Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point. The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Chigoko's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered. In that case, I hereby call the end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow. No objections from either side? No, my lord. No objections, my lord. I also have no objections, but my opinion doesn't count. But still, I don't object to anything either. We live to fight another day, with the skin of our teeth. Oh boy, that was a pretty intense session. But hey, we got our to be continued. Boy. That sure was a lot to take in. But I ain't complaining. I guess, now what are we even going to investigate now? You know, I find myself wondering. But I would leave off here, but we are, you know, the court's a little, the timer's still, you know, a little light. So I can go a little bit longer. The unexpected halt to proceedings sent a clamor around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening, Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street. Oh, damn, look at the fucking feast. Looks positively scrumptious. we have returned, my dear fellows. Welcome back to Britain, and thank you for your timely help. Think nothing of it. I believe you've had even more wearing days than Makotaba I know. Yeah, you could say that again. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier. So this prosecutor, Asoki, had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say? Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed. Yeah, in more ways than one. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, it's incredible to think that he'd even entertain the idea of acting as a Reaper's assassin. Yeah, I mean, he did kind of just casually admit that. I mean, we had to press him a little bit, but he wasn't, like, mad about it, you know? Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all, I've only ever met the young man at the course. Okay, now that's a fucking lie. Again, from the escapade that we did, you did in fact meet Kazuma briefly, and spoke to him briefly, about like 8 hours or like a day before he died or whatever. Or, you know, died, quotation marks. When all this started, almost a year ago now, Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie. Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France. Well, it is another country, Mr. Sholmes. So, what news of Judge Jigoko? We took him to Scotland Yard. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man. Poor Professor Mikotaba. This will be quite a shock for him. Ah, yes. I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home. What is it? Surely you haven't forgotten already. I put upon you for the matter only yesterday. You put upon me, Sholmes? I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well. Oh, you've had a reply already? What was so urgent, though, Mr. Sholmes? Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present. Ah, well that's good news. Your supper is ready for everyone. Ah, and what a feast it is. If I were none the wiser, I think the trial was won already. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak and kidney pie, Yorkshire pudding, kidney pie, that sounds gross. I don't want fucking kidney. Tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up. In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here. This place appears to be the only one set with a helping of pheasant as well. Oh, sorry, Hurley, not there. Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening? Yes, and like places for Susie's daddy. For me? That's right. I made it especially for you, Professor Mickey. Professor Mickey? Oh, I can't help but think of Mickey Mouse. I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you. It's a shame, really. What do you mean? Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half-sisters, I mean. Oh yeah, there is that business to unravel now, isn't there? Oh, that would be really cute, though, being little half-sisters. That'd be adorable, though. Why can't they be half-sisters, damn it? Ugh. Ugh. Noises and shocks. Iris, do you mean... Yes, I know now. I overheard yesterday. I secretly listened in to the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left. Oh. Well, damn. How mischievous of you. What? What? And then he just dies. The misunderstanding arose because of that autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Wilson nor Professor Mikotaba or I was his father. Who the fuck is your dad, man? Yes, about that, Iris. You know I know. You can't tell me at the moment. Oh, Iris. Aww. The pheasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping. Oh, no, that's quite alright. Then why don't I get any apologetic pheasant? And he really likes his pheasant, I see. So just who is Iris's father? I suppose that's not something we'll be finding out today. I hope it isn't the fucking, 1997 Denver Broncos. Or, whatever. So then, let us dine while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot. A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious. Eat as much as you like. There are always seconds. This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan, and about Cosima. I can't let this opportunity slip away. Oh yeah, oh god, I forgot. Like, yeah, Sholmes had to have known that Cosima wasn't really dead, yet he went along with it. Yeah, and he didn't tell us why. Well, so let me check this out again. Following departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members are required to assemble on the main deck at 10 p.m. Okay, 20 minutes. Crew to resume duties as soon as the trial is over. And that was on the 31st of October. Okay, cool. And then this, strange contraption, apparently. Let me just check it out real quick. You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's a part on the top of a pocket watch that you twist at the time, isn't it? It's called the crown, I believe. A watch would be quite useless without one. The crown? Like what sits on top of a monarch's head? Huh. It's a very grand name for such a tiny part. Ah, but actually... yes, Mr. Naruhodo? If this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head. If by monarch you mean pocket watch, then I'm quite sure you have. Huh. Honestly, I thought it was like a door knocker. Like a doorknob knocker thing. Huh. I'm curious indeed. What a lovely abode. It is nice to be back here, I tell ya. But yeah, I guess we've examined everything for now, so, everything else already, and there isn't anything new, so... I guess we'll just check out Sholmes with his knees out. But! We'll do it on the next episode. It feels like a good moment, so... Or at least, well, more so, I feel like it's going to be a long conversation, so... If I get into it with him, then I don't want to stop in the middle of it, you know? Man, again, I totally forgot about Sholmes lying about Cosmo being dead, you know, like a year ago and whatnot. I would like to get to the bottom of that, actually, as well as to the bottom of a lot of other things. Like I said, there's so many goddamn mysteries to unfold. It feels like we'll never get to the bottom of this rabbit hole, if you will. But, I guess we'll just keep on going. But, again, that'll be in the next episode. Until then, I'll see you around.